he was bigger than me, more skill, and he was just a man child. But that's probably one that I really remember.
What would you say is the toughest place to play in the ACC?
I love Little John. I think it's tough for people to come into Little John and get some wins, but outside Little John, I'd probably say Duke. How tight it is in there, it just gets a little crazy.
Kind of similar to that, though. What's the best environment, would you say, outside of Little John?
What do you mean by best environment? Like just how crazy, or
yeah, just how not like tough to play in, but like just
I think Virginia Tech gets jumping.
Yeah.
You play them at the right time, it gets crazy up there.
What about it gets crazy?
Just, like at the beginning of the game, they play whatever that song is.
Inner Sandman?
Yeah, and you just got everybody jumping around, and it's, it just gets you going.
Yeah, that's funny. A lot of people have actually said that.
Yeah, it is interesting because you've been to Virginia.
Yeah.
It's like vertical,
White
so it's kind of like, it's different. It's a different one.
Ian, looking back to last year, looking at that UNC game specifically being sort of the turning point, that was the catalyst for that entire tournament run. Just how do you feel like that team came together at the right time? And just what are your sort of memories from 23?
That team deserves a lot of credit, honestly. We could have laid down at that time, but we went into North Carolina, wanting to turn the season around because we knew we had a good team and we could play, with the best teams in the country. And I think going into North Carolina was huge for us. We needed that game, and we were confident. We were just a confident team. We thought we could win, and we made history.
There's a lot of moving parts now. As Brownell says, it's virtually a new roster besides maybe some of the figureheads of you and Chase. Just, I know we touched on it briefly in the ballroom. What are some of maybe the conversations you've had with him on him challenging you to be that new face of this team?
Yeah, just, I kind of talked to PJ a little bit, just talking about, what are ways that you kind of, gelled, because we had a couple transfers last year, maybe not as many as, new pieces as this year, but just kind of the things that he thought about and like what his thought process was, just to keep everybody together. And it's tough for a guy like me because I'm not a very vocal guy, and Chase is also kind of the same way as me, and it's kind of just one of those things that you hope all these guys can buy in, which I feel like they have, and I think we're gonna have a good team again.
When you look back at sort of Elite Eight run specifically for maybe guys that haven't been here, like the Zachary's, the Christian Reeves, is it easier to be like when doing the summer off-season training and things really get difficult to say, hey, this works, I've been there and done that?
Yeah, it's interesting because like you got guys like that, especially when they're a little younger, that they respect you in that aspect. They know what you're talking about. You've been in the program for a while, so they're willing to listen. Christian Reeves has been great about that, and he's willing to learn, and he's going to be a great player. And even all the other guys, the transfers, learning the plays, willing to ask on the side, and that's one thing too, is just being open and just telling them like you can always come, and we will tell you what to do, and if you need help, we're there.
Looking back with what P.J. Hall said about his final year wanting to leave a legacy at Clemson, when people look back on Ian Schieffelin as Clemson basketball, what do you want people to remember you as?
Just the guy that laid everything on the floor. I want people to know that I gave everything, and that I have no regret. Just that I didn't give full 110% effort, and that I left everything on the floor and gave everything I had.